والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: فلتأخذوا عني مناسككم لعلي لا أدري أن أحج بعد عامي هذا. Sahih Muslim and others. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, if you wanted to perform your Hajj, take your manasik, your rights, from me. There is nobody performing the Hajj by his own desire. There is a steps for a Hajj from Rasulullah ﷺ. The best hadith, Jabir ibn Abdullah, may Allah be pleased with him and his father. He described the Hajj step by step. The most problem, Brother Lutfillah, people go to and they travel to Hajj without any knowledge. They go and even the travel agency or whatever, the people, those who manage it for them, they did not teach them how they perform the Hajj. That's the big problem. We have our mother, grandfather, grandmother, even us. We don't know how we perform the right Hajj. Therefore, the Prophet ﷺ said, فَلْتَأْخُذُوا عَنِّي مَنَاسِكَكُمْ. Take your rights, the steps of Al-Hajj from me. Perhaps I cannot perform any additional Hajj after this year. And the Prophet ﷺ, he made only one Hajj, and Allah subhanahu, he made his Lord. So we need to know. Therefore, today I choose for you to speak about the error and mistakes in Al-Hajj. Inshallah ta'ala. Let's go now one by one. Number one, تجاوز الميقات بدون إحرام. To pass the miqat, there is a certain appointed area. The Prophet ﷺ described it. You must start your ihram to dress the clothes and to declare your niyyah from this place. For example, people from Africa and Europe and United States, when they take the plane to go to Saudi Arabia to perform Al-Hajj, they're gonna pass a place called Rabigh, Ra, Alif, Ba, Ghain, Rabigh. When you are in a plane, you must prepare yourself and you go to Mecca. If you go to Medina, you don't have to worry about that. Only if you go Mecca. So you must start your ihram from the plane with your own clothes, the clothes of Al-Hajj, the two pieces for the Muslim. Women are regular, no stitches in the clothes, in the two. So we have to ask the pilot, when is the Rabigh will be? He's going to tell you like half an hour from now. Prepare yourself and go and change your clothes and replace it with the two pieces of ihram. Then when you pass you pass over or equal to Rabigh, the place which the Prophet ﷺ appointed for those who perform the Hajj or Umrah. Then after that, what you have to do, you say, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik in the plane and declare your niyyah openly. Openly, in the plane. He told me actually, I'm going to England, British, don't be like Ahmed. Exactly, I'm going with the British airline, you get embarrassed to declare to say Labbaik Allah. La. You must say Labbaik Allahumma labbaik and the big brother gather your niyyah, perform your niyyah from this point. Other way, it will cost you to what? To slaughter an animal. Now,
how loud that, that...
Hear yourself.
Just...
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك اللهم لا شريك لك إن الحمد والنعمة لا شريك لك لبيك. You do it. And the group with you, you lead them, inshallah, there is nothing. Or the plane, the whole plane. Those who go to Mecca direct, or you go to Medina, you go to with your regular clothes. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to do anything. Subhanallah, I saw the people in Kennedy Airport. And the dress the ihram say labbaik. You don't to say labbaik Allah unless you reach the miqat. No, exactly in the airports. Only you declare it when you pass, or to be equal to Rabit, or you went to Medina with your regular clothes, stay your days in Medina, then the bus will take you to a mosque over there, closer to Al-Madinah, 20 minutes by bus. You go to the masjid, change your clothes, take a shower, change your clothes. Then after that, when you start to ride your bus to go to Mecca, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, that is the niyyah. You begin inside the ihram. You are not allowed to do anything which the Islam forbid you to do. Got it? That's it.
No. Oh, okay, where you take the bus from Medina?
To go to Mecca.
So you have
they're going to stop by in the place over there. You could.
Oh, they will stop.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone has to be stopped to this masjid because that is the miqat, call it Dhi Hulayfa or Abyar Ali. Abyar Ali or Dhi Hulayfa. Bus will stop and let you go and pray 2 rak'ah in this masjid as the Prophet ﷺ did it. When he traveled from Medina to Mecca, he stopped by in this place. This is the appointed place to start your ihram. You change the 2 pieces, woman regular, and then when you ride your bus or your camel, if you take a camel or your car, whatever it is, you start to say labbaik Allahumma labbaik. So you begin inside the ihram. Ihram, that means there is a certain actually the duty you cannot actually violated this, like meeting with a woman, perfume, shaving, trim your mustache, trim your nails. You are not allowed to do all of this, inshallah ta'ala. Where is the place? What is the place? Call it in Medina? Huh? At the board of Medina? Abyar Ali or Dhi Hulayfa. Or you are in a plane and you go to Mecca, so you must dress your pieces of ihram in the plane. And when you are far from the Medina, like from Jeddah, 20 minutes before you reach it, because everybody go to Jeddah. 20 minutes before you Jeddah, you're gonna pass by a place, appointed place by the Prophet ﷺ to start your ihram. Call it what? Rabih. How do you call it? Rabih. Got it, inshallah. We don't talk about people come from Yemen, Iraq, because this is not our issue today. Number 2. When the woman, it is wrong for the woman when she reaches the miqat. For example, she went to Medina, and the bus will take her to Abyar Ali, in the board of Medina, to start her ihram. Oh, astaghfirullah, I have the menses. I'm excluded. Even if you have the menses, my beloved brother, sister, you must start your ihram as well of everybody else. Try to cover yourself, tie yourself very well before you exactly taking the bus to go to Mecca. And you go to Mecca with your menses, but you are inside the ihram even if you are in menses, in menstruation. Number 3. We saw some sister go for tawaf around the Kaaba, and she wearing gloves and she has the niqab to cover her face. Haram for the woman to cover her face when she performed the tawaf around the Kaaba. Haram for her to wear any gloves. She must, if she feared that the men will be closer to her, she could take her scarf and not to stick it to her skin in her face, so from far. If she wore it too much, subhanallah. But normally, the woman, she shouldn't cover her face when she perform tawaf, and she is not allowed to wear any gloves. No gloves, inshallah. The brother, we saw Haji, and with the 2 pieces of ihram, and he has a hat. You are not allowed to cover the head by any kind, but you are allowed to use the umbrella, but not the hat. Not allowed for any Muslim. We saw some brothers actually, they fear too much about to wear shoes with the stitches. You are allowed. Only the 2 pieces of clothes, you are not carrying any stitches, but the regular. If somebody performed the tawaf around the Kaaba with the clean sneakers, there's nothing wrong with this. He has a problem actually, exactly. Sometimes I use the sandals with the stitches. to go around the Kaaba, the stitches in the shoes or sandals, he's not violating actually your ihram at all. Next one.
Mask is okay. You have to wear mask is fine or?
The mask in the pandemic, of course, yes, because this is necessity. This is required. Before, in the beginning, 2 years ago, when the people, yes, they have the mask by the obligation. See, this is order to protect yourself. There's nothing like this. But regular time, you are not allowed to cover women and men to cover anything with their face. Fine. People, they don't know. Some of us will go and with the ihram, he became sick. He's not able to make tawaf. There is a dua the Prophet teach us to do that, to make yourself free. Because if you don't say this dua, and something happened to you and you became sick, they take you to the hospital without performing the tawaf, that means actually it's going to cause you to sacrifice an animal. But is that the simple dua? قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, you have to say, فإن حبسني حابس فمحلي حيث حبستني. If something blocked me, Ya Allah, so actually the block, that my blockage will be at the same place I release my ihram. Therefore, if you say this dua and they take you to the hospital, you don't have to sacrifice an animal because you make a condition. If something happened to me, Allah, actually, they release me at my place of actually the blockage. Now, people before, when they wear the two pieces, for example, you reach Mecca, you're not going to go to the Haram, right, the Haram Sharif or the holy place, right? They send you to the hotel. The brother has the two pieces of ihram. And he traveled from Medina, for example, for 5 hours, 6 hours. And he thought he's not, when he take a shower, he thought he's not allowed to take the two pieces. No, take the two pieces and take your full shower and then put your two pieces of ihram. Nothing happened because the people, they scared to take the two pieces in order to take shower. In order to take the shower in a hotel, you are allowed to take the two pieces, but you are not allowed to put any perfume at all, or to comb your hair, or to do any shaving or trim your nails. The only thing, yes, you are allowed. Can I use soap? Yes, you are allowed to use soap, but the soap without any smelling. They sell it in Saudi Arabia in the supermarket. And over there you could buy soap which doesn't produce any smelling. Regular for male and female.
Hotel does not give the soap.
No,
they don't give you.
No, you want to
They don't give you.
no scented.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother, it's going to cost you like 5 riyal, about $1.50, so you have to go and buy $1.50, okay? Now, people start the tawaf around the Kaaba, not from Al-Hajar Al-Aswad, the black stone. Before or after, you are not allowed. Now Saudi Arabia, they make actually to start your tawaf from the green. They put in a side, you look at the exactly, everybody could see it, a green light. You must start and don't ever fight if you are not able to touch the Hajar al-Aswad, don't fight for it. I saw some people, they punish each other in the front of her, exactly with some of the group, they put their hand together. If you are in the front of them, you are finished. They're gonna kill you. Subhanallah. So you are not allowed to fight for it. What you have to do from far, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, and you going to do Al-Hajar Al-Aswad, and you don't need to fight if you are not. If you are able, Alhamdulillah, but don't fight for it. Because the same rewards as you touch it, same thing when you say Bismillah. But we found some people from fight. You travel and you leave your wife behind. There's nothing like this. Raise your right hand, I said Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, and you start your tawaf. Time. This is the one. Time. Some people, we saw them, they say Ramil. they go in a speed in the 7. But the sunnah for those who perform the first tawaf, the first 3. Only the first 3. And you must actually uncover your right shoulder. For the first 3 only. After you finish 3, exactly, you could cover yourself completely and you continue, inshallah ta'ala, tawaf. Bye. Alaykum
So
salam.
they said that the first 3, right? You have to like hurry, right? But sometimes it's too tight.
If it's too tight, Allah يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah will never give you anything or command you for over your capability or your capacity. If it's exactly so crowded, yes, in the day, for example, Al-Eid, the day of 10, people come from Mina, everybody go and finish the case. You are not able actually to get to travel. But if you are able, inshallah, you do it, inshallah, from the sunnah, that call it juggling. Juggling. 3, the first 3. After that, not the woman. I saw the woman running with her husband. Or running with her, not for the woman. It's only for who? For men, inshallah ta'ala. Some of the people, I saw them in order to protect his wife, or his sister, or his mother. So what did he do? He actually tried to hold his mother and give his right side to the Kaaba. You must repeat that. Subhanallah. I remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive my father. I remember first Hajj, and I took my father. And he found a very old woman. So my father liked to help the woman. So he exactly go by his back. You should go actually and you make the Kaaba in your left. What did he do? He turned himself and he took the hand of the woman and he continued, he make like 6 or 7 and they give his right side to the Kaaba. So I don't see him. When I saw him the last one, Father, you must actually repeat all of this again from the beginning. You are not allowed to make tawaf around the Kaaba by your right side. Has to make the Kaaba in your left side. Is that clear? Inshallah. We'll find some people revolutions. People, they are in a group and they make a dua loudly in group, in gathering, congregation. All of this from the bid'ah. Not allowed, and they run to buy book. In the first round, you have to make this dua. Second round, you have to make this dua. Third round, to make this dua. All of this from Jahiliyyah. Whatever Allah provided you to remember, just make dua. I don't know Arabic. Ya akhi, Allah is the one, He teach you the parler français, like our brother. Allah is the one, He teach you Urdu. Allah is the one, He teach you Bengali. Allah is the one. So say dua, inshallah. But there is a certain dua Muslim should memorize. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب. You don't need. So it's very simple to write to memorize, because I know if you go to the city or the government, make exam, and subhanAllah, you go and to study to pass this exam. So this is also make it like simple, inshallah. Somebody, why he making making tawaf, and he miscalculation. Because you have to make 7. Ya Rabbi, 3 or 4. I make 5 or 6. 5 or 6, Ya Allah. Lower, exactly build on the lower number. I said 3 or 4, and you are not in yaqeen, not in reality, or not exactly you are not sure. So you are confusing. Build in 3. 5 or 6, build in 5, inshallah. While I am going around the Kaaba, in the number 3, I found gas came out from me. So what I have to do? You cannot complete. You must go out from the tawaf, and if you are not able to go to the bathroom outside, and you don't need to go to the bathroom, go and make wudu by ma' zamzam. In a side, renew your wudu. I made 3 already. Shall I start from the beginning? No. You start from the area you stop or you're losing your wudu. 3.5, start after the half. of the tree, then after that continue until you become 7, inshallah. Is that clear? Nobody allowed to make the tawaf without wudu. طب Safa and Marwa. Safa and Marwa, you don't need to be in the state of wudu. If you are in wudu, alhamdulillah. If you are without wudu, go and Safa and Marwa, no condition to be in the state of wudu. Is that clear? In Safa and Marwa, inshallah ta'ala.
The Safa and Marwa before Tawaf or after Tawaf?
Safa and Marwa after Tawaf of Kaaba. After you finish Tawaf, you pray 2 rak'ah in Maqam Ibrahim. You know Maqam Ibrahim, there is a glass. And if you look inside, you find the 2 feet of Prophet Ibrahim when he used to stand up over the rock to build or manage the Kaaba. So ya subhanallah, this is miracle. The 2 feet of Ibrahim printed in the rock. That's called Maqam Ibrahim. That is the place which the Prophet Ibrahim used to stand to build the Kaaba from one side and to manage it. So after you finish the 7th tawaf, what you should do, second action, you must make 2 rak'ah. Because Allah said that in the Quran. وَاتَّخِذُوا مِن مَقَامِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مُصَلَّى. Take from the standing of Ibrahim Musalla. You find some people gathering around Maqam Ibrahim, and this is the area which is so crowded. You could pray the 2 rak'ah in any place in the haram, not to exactly bother the people, because some people fell down because somebody blocked them, because they have no negotiation. They need to make the 2 rak'ah in Maqam Ibrahim, which is closer to the Kaaba. And people, this area are so crowded, you don't need to make it in this place. Go all the way in the back and make the 2 rak'ah for Maqam Ibrahim, inshallah ta'ala. I have 2 minutes before you leave, inshallah ta'ala.
Is it recommended to drink Zamzam right after the 2 rak'ah?
After the 2 rak'ah, it's from the Sunnah. It is not obligation. It's from the Sunnah because the Prophet ﷺ did that. After you make the 2 rak'ah, inshallah, for the Sunnah, to the Maqam Ibrahim, Sunnah also. And then after, what about I forgot to pray the 2 rak'ah? If this is violate the Hajj, no. But it is the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And you go and drink Zamzam, inshallah, and you start from the Safa to the Marwa. I saw some people also make a mistake. They thought they start from the Safa and to go to Marwa and come back to the Safa, consider it 1. La ya Sheikh Mostafa. From the Safa to Marwa is 1. From Marwa to Safa is 2. So I saw the people instead they make it 7 times between Safa and Marwa. You start to Safa and you're gonna end in Marwa 7. But some people they thought go round trip, that is mean 1. La, they make it 14. It's only 7. If this is gonna violate, you have to make istighfar to Allah. Oh Allah, forgive me because I don't know. But if you do it purposely, it may violate actually your exactly Safa and Marwa, because only from Safa to Marwa is 1. From Marwa to Safa 2. So you start in Safa and there's that, and everybody must recite the ayah. When you start from the Safa, you turn yourself to the Kaaba and raise your hand and you recite the ayah from Surah Al-Baqarah. بعد أعوذ بالله إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف به. It's very difficult, يا أخي. You have 11-12 hours in a plane. Go and memorize this ayah by English. If you don't know how you write Arabic or read Arabic, go and memorize it. It's easy. So you have to start in Safa and also do that the same Marwa and make as much as you could dua toward to the Kaaba in both in Safa and Marwa. Ya Sheikh, Lutfillah, the time, my time is over and expired. Inshallah, Wednesday tomorrow we continue. Can we be together, inshallah, to continue this error and mistake, inshallah? Be with us tomorrow. I have a lot of error and mistake still behind, inshallah ta'ala, to continue our class. Remember this class, inshallah, will be in our website, inshallah ta'ala, to review. Barakallah fikum. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to granting all of us knowledge. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us a chance to perform Hajj and Umrah very soon. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our sins and make this ilm in our good skill, inshallah, and give victory for the Muslims, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum. Subhanallah wa hamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum.